Alright, hello and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda. Let's get our warp whistle out, and hopefully going to end up at either level 6 or 5. Either one works fine. They're pretty equidistant to Spectacle Rock, where we're trying to get to. That brought us back to level 8, which is not quite as helpful. Yeah, that should work. Alright. Perfect. Well, let's get moving. We're going from level 5, so we're just going to move off to the west a few screens, past some falling boulders. And we will hopefully escape unscathed. Alright, there we go. Or not. And then up here. I am going to go just a little bit off course for a moment, just because I think there's a fairly amusing thing over here. On this next screen, it's just kind of an arrow of rocks basically telling you, nope, you've gone the wrong direction, which I find amusing. I think it's a nice touch. I always appreciate things like that. Now we're going to come over here, take care of these guys, who we could just run past, but they annoy me, so I wanted to kill them. Alright, let's get our bombs out. I always forget these guys are here. We're going to bomb right over here, open up the way to level 9, and then let's go to you for right now. In the meantime, I'm going to take care of these guys, to potentially refill that last bomb we lost, but also because I would just like to have full health before we go in. While we're over here, we're also going to grab something in this shop here. Oh, that's perfect. Nothing. Oh, well. We're going to pop into this shop and just grab a refill on our Water of Life. And if I get off to a really, really bad start, I might even leave the dungeon early to just refill that quickly. Because, as I said in the last video, usually I would just take a very direct path through here. But we're going to try to show every room. Normally there's a guy here saying that you can't come in until you have the Triforce of Wisdom, which we do, so he's just not here. Now, if you wanted to, you could just, right from this screen, blow through the wall over to the left and be able to kind of advance deeper into the level. We are going to go on this whole circle around and hopefully not die too much. So we just have this room of blue Wizrobes that in reality I should probably just run away from. They just have the ability to do way too much damage way too quickly if you're messing around with them. Alright, that didn't go too terribly. Try and deal with some of these likes as we're going through. Run away after getting hit by the bubble. Alright, certainly could have been going better, but this isn't the worst start I've ever had. Take our time here. Grab an extra heart, always nice. There we go. So, probably you're picking up on the pattern in this room, which is basically just, or in these set of rooms, which is that basically it's just a circle around, whatever. This guy's just kind of trapped in there. It's nice to be able to take advantage of. Grab that, and then try and get one last hit on this guy to finish him off. There we go. And just 2 more. Try and take care of some of these likes first before engaging with the blue Wizrobes. Alright. And just finish off this guy here. Very good. And the last screen here, which is just going to be some more Wizrobes. We'll light it up so you can see a little better. Or, you know, at all. Oh, come on. And you know what? We don't really need to deal with this last guy. Let's just show off so you can see the ring of rooms there on that screen. And we're going to come up here. So we didn't really need to deal with any of that other than having to go into at least one of them just to open up the pathway into this room. You can bomb from any of the 4 directions. And let's deal with these guys here, which the wand is very useful for taking care of if you don't have your sword beams. And then we'll just head down this way. Try and take out a couple of keys before they gang up on us. And we'll take care of these likes in this room. There's nothing too special in here. We'll just work our way around. Take these guys out just so we don't have to deal with them. Alright, and we're going to head down south, which we don't really need to do, but I will. Can't be taking hits from guys like this. Alright, so I'm actually not even going to go through this wall right now, but I am going to blow it open. Basically just so I remember that it was done later. And in here, I'm going to blow this open, and for no real particular reason, we're going to go in here just to kind of show off the full gamut of all the rooms. We'll open this up, and down here is an area that we're actually going to come back to in a little bit. Nothing too crazy in there, it's just kind of a room that exists in what ultimately is a fairly useless section of this level. Alright, we should have 1 more of these guys left since we killed it with the wand instead of the magic sword. We'll take care of him quickly, grab a couple of rupees, and head back in here. Now, when we come to the door right here, we'll come to a room with 3 blue Wizrobes. Light it up. And then I'm actually going to drop a bomb right here. And let's see if we can deal with these guys without getting too damaged. And the answer is apparently no, we cannot. I should... yeah, let's just do this. Much earlier than I would like it to be, but is what it is. Alright, and then let's get out our... let's go with, yeah, bombs. Okay. One unfortunate thing about using the ladder is that you can get kind of caught in an area if it doesn't line up perfectly with where you're going to. Alright, and down here, some more Wizrobes to fight. And you absolutely could bypass this room as well. But there's an item in here that I like to get, certainly, which is the compass. And we'll head back up take care of this guy. And head off in this direction. So in here, there should be a Petra, I believe, that actually I'm going to ignore for right now. And we're just going to head down here. And I'm also going to ignore these guys for right now. And we're going to go this way. Now there's going to be a second Petra, and this one I will deal with. So this is a new enemy type, kind of an interesting enemy. Just has these little tiny bugs that fly around it. You can't image the actual, true enemy itself until they're all taken care of. Just back up and see what happens. Moves in a reasonably annoying way, which can cause some issues, but we're going to head up north. That guy dropped the map for us, which is nice. You can see that this room is kind of shaped, or the level is shaped basically like a skull. Very fancy design. Clearly Gannon has a strong sense of, fashion. Not fashion. I don't know what term I want to use. Alright, we can also just finish these guys off. Maybe just a dramatic sense. Maybe that's what I'm going for. Alright, let's open this up. Come through here. If this bubble will leave me alone, you'll notice that this room doesn't actually exist on the map, which makes it a great hiding spot for an item that you absolutely don't need to get, but you definitely want to get because it is extremely useful. And let's see, hopefully I'm able to reach this guy. Good. Alright, so we're going to open this up, drop down here, and there's going to be another ring. So we have previously acquired the blue ring. This is the red ring. So the blue ring cut our damage by 50%, and this drops it by another 50%. So we'll now take only 25% of the, normal damage, I suppose you would say, which I think is an absolutely wonderful addition to our arsenal. Alright, come down here and going to a room that ultimately just has, I think, a key in this room. Try to stay more to the outside so that we can defend against the blasts from these statues. I'm shocked. There's more Wizrobes. Alright, let's see if we can do a semi-decent job of actually dealing with this for once. Alright, and down in here, let's take out our wand so we can light things up. Guy really just didn't want to engage with me at all. Alright, let's continue on, ignore the bubbles. So we've essentially completed this kind of side over here, although actually I guess we still have to go to these two rooms. Let's do that quickly. Go down. There's nothing of any real significant importance, but we did manage to collect another heart container, so that's always nice. So you can see we've essentially gone everywhere over here. Wow. I will just open this up just to kind of show off this side of this room. This is where we were before. where we had that narrow corridor that led to the compass. And we're going to come in here and deal with Petra. Petra is a good bit easier to deal with if you have full health. It's just a little safer, which I suppose is true of almost every enemy in the game, but let's get all the way over here. Continue to attack while he's throwing these guys out. Well, usually that slows down by now, but I guess he just doesn't feel like it. So you can time this well. Oh. There we go. Alright. Take care of Petra, get some bombs, and head up north, where this gentleman will tell us, go to the next rune. Alright. Fair enough. So let's blow this hole in the wall, go out through here, and as usual, we will deal with some Wizrows. Alright, let's take care of this guy here. Oh, very unfortunate. Alright, so we're going to go through another secret pathway. Going to bring us across to the other side of the map. And we have a few places we could go from here. I'm going to leave those guys from now. Let's start... I think I'm going to start by going down here. And you know what? I don't feel like dealing with these guys right now, so we're just going to leave. Let's try to get a little space between... Oh, that just worked out terribly. Okay. Alright, we're going to go down here, and this is an amusingly useless secret pathway. And I'll show you why I say that in a second. Because we have essentially gone almost nowhere. We came, you know, that room that's 2 to the right of where we are right now is where we came from, but it also essentially immediately connects back to itself. So if we go through here, let's not deal with Petra just yet. This is the room that connects those 2 locations. So there's really nothing whatsoever gained from having that connecting pathway there. Now, let's come up here quickly. I was hoping one of them would give me a heart, but no such luck. And I may be misremembering this, but yeah, let's come up through here. Petra has the map. Well, that would have been a lot more helpful if we didn't already get the map from Petra, but thank you very much, I guess. So we will now leave back through here. I'm not going to deal with any of these guys. I don't care. Try to save what little life we have left, and we'll come back over here. Hopefully I'm remembering this correctly. We are going to go through this stairwell here, this passage. And I believe this is going to take us where we want to go next, which should be up close to the top left. Okay, beautiful. And then we don't really need to deal with these guys just yet, so let's just open this door and get out of here. is not a favorite room of mine. There's just too many bubbles and too many tight quarters. Alright, let's just dodge around a bit so we can attack again. There we go. Nice, that was helpful. Okay, so push this out of the way, and we're gonna head down this staircase, and we're gonna get another special item. This one we absolutely do need to beat the game, and that is the silver arrows. Someone at some point, I think probably in level 8, told us something about how arrows are the key or something. I forget what the actual quote is, but this is what they're referring to, that we need these silver arrows to defeat Gannon. I don't know how well that translated, but alright. There we go. So we're going to go back to where we were before. Alright, and we're going to come up here, and in reality, what we want to do is go off to the left. But instead, we're going to go in just the worst possible direction. We're going to go up north. Which is going to leave us somewhat trapped to a degree. But we'll just deal with that. So we're going to come up here, light the room up, and then we're largely trapped in here. Now you can actually hear the heavy breathing of Gannon, the boss, which is just to the right of us. But unfortunately we can't get there from here. Come up this way, and you can see that all these doors are kind of closing behind us, and you can note that they're staying closed. Let's take care of you. Alright. And you can also see that the blinking light of the compass, which normally indicates that we are... I don't think we can go through this wall, but just want to check. No, we can. Even though that's actually where we want to go, we're not going to go there yet. We're going to go up. So it'd be nice if we could blow through that wall and just get to the end, but unfortunately, we're not quite that lucky. I find that these kind of more, I don't know, they send out the elliptical rings guys are a lot easier to deal with. They don't tend to be as much of a guaranteed damage output when they start their attack. Alright, and let's continue up. Actually, I'm just going to keep testing these walls, because, yeah, I think some of these open, some don't. I always forget which ones are which. Alright. These guys just move way too quickly to be easy to deal with. Let's light this up. And we'll take care of this last piece, because why not? Head out this way. The eyes of the skull has a secret. So in the right eye is where the compass was. I guess right based on how we're looking at it. And the left eye of the skull is obviously where the blinking light is. So that's what that's referring to. Slow-moving ones are much easier to deal with. Not that I'm not still, of course, messing up. Alright, ooh. That was lucky. Alright, so we'll open this door, and we'll also open this door. We'll start by going down. This is the wall that we flew into before. Take care of this like here. I don't care if the bubbles hit me, so long as I'm just dealing with the likes and using the wand. And now we can take care of you. So we have most of that map filled in. We can go through this door here to where we were earlier. So you can see how this connection has come full circle. And then this room up here is kind of the last one that we hadn't previously been in. Nothing too special going on here. We'll just kind of deal with these guys primarily on the off chance that we happen to get lucky enough to drop a heart. So that's the only thing that's really beneficial to us at this point. Oh well. So now we actually just have to basically retrace our steps around. Because you can't really get back to where we were before by going directly through, because all those doors stay locked behind us. So let's do some nice circling back and take a more direct route this time. Most of the enemies will have returned. The Petras shouldn't, but essentially everything else will. Let's see where these guys are and try to avoid dealing with them too much. This is where that first Petra was, and then the guy telling us to go to the next room. Unfortunately, we are going to have to deal with the Wizrobes and everything in this room again. Alright. Alrighty, not bad. So we'll take this passage back down here again. Alright. Hopefully we can get a heart. Would be nice. Well. Go through this room with Keese, I believe. Yep. Now this time we're going to leave here, come up here to the like room, and we're going to go off to the left this time. Which means we actually do have to kill all these guys. And you can see that that's pretty much the only part of the map we haven't been to yet. To the left and right of this room. Alright. Finally have our sword beam back. We'll see how long that lasts in these next two rooms. These guys do tend to get kind of trapped in these flying pathways, which you can take advantage of. And then finally we have this room here that we could have gotten to from that hole that we blew in the wall earlier. And we just have to bait that spike and come down here. And now we are almost to the end. We have one more set of rooms to deal with. Oh, very poorly done. Very unfortunate. Alright, that's fine. Let's grab that. Draw them across. And then, oh, I don't want to go down the stairs. What am I thinking? I actually didn't even have to kill them. I forgot. Drop that in there. Do have to deal with this room. Shouldn't be overly problematic at this point. Although I have said that before, and I've been wrong. And there we go. A lot of secret passages in here. It can be very difficult to keep track of things and where you are and where you're going. We have one more Petra to deal with. Luckily, we have our sword beam, so it should be slightly easier. I'm going to try to be cautious so I don't lose it. There we go. And now, we're going to step in to face Gannon. Honestly, this fight, for me, is pretty disappointing. Gannon just kind of randomly teleports around, and you just kind of have to attack randomly and hope that you hit him. I think this is one of the best spots to do it. There's probably a few around. You hit him 3 times, and then, so I can get these out now, you just have to hit him once. I'm sorry, 4 times, I guess. And then after you hit him a 4th time, you just have to hit him once with the silver arrow, and he explodes. A puff of smoke. We collect the Triforce of Power, and then we're done. Mostly. We do actually have these flames that we have to defeat for some reason. I don't know who decided to include that. But yeah, once you kill those, step forward. We have rescued Princess Zelda from the evil Gannon. Thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule. Woo! Hooray! Finally, peace returns to Hyrule. This ends the story. Very nice. Alright, so we'll watch the credits here. After which we'll learn that maybe that's not quite the truth, this ending the story, because another quest will start from here. So yes, there is a second quest in this game. Once you beat it the first time, it kind of, the map stays the same, but the locations of everything and where doors and things lead to changes. You can jump straight to it by just calling your character Zelda, or once you beat the initial game, it starts the second quest. But we're going to leave that for next time. So till then, see ya.